Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Hey, 4 down. That's it.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Super one.
Now it's Goff. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, my evil, reckless brother's on my shoulder screaming, go for it, but I just knocked him off. You can't do that here. Field goal's a chip shot. Take the points. No way you can let this possession end without getting some points.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a...
Fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Ryan.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Ready,
Now Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Get up! Let it go!
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here we go.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Ready,
Now Ryan. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Back 25. Hey, Tuesday. Ready to go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here is Evan Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Blue 80. Ready, blue 80.
Hey, defense, let's go.
20. Ready, set.
Here's Coleman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Ready,
He'll get it up the middle. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Hot. 5 down. Stand up in.
go.
Here's Ryan. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The Rams on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Ryan wants to throw it. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.